This is Shenzhen, a city known for being incredibly advanced. You can experience helicopters on demand, order a driverless taxi, get takeout delivered by drones, even scan a QR code by the roadside to take a shower. I've seen robots running down the streets. Has the future arrived? Join me on a tech-filled journey through Shenzhen. When you take the high-speed rail to Shenzhen, you will arrive at the Shenzhen North Railway Station in Nomad district. The place is bustling with crowds. Walk out of the station to the East Square, head all the way to the end of the yellow zone, and you can actually book a helicopter ride. You will see the helipad on the second floor. Charter flights start at 11,500 RMB. When you're up high, you can get an amazing aerial view of Shenzhen. It's quite expensive because the helicopters are top of the line. They are the Airbus H135 models. They sell for about 5.8 million in the US and over 40 million RMB here domestically. The operation and the maintenance costs are also very high. But is there a more affordable option? Of course. Drive an hour and a half to Dapeng district. The weather today isn't the greatest. There is a helicopter camp here. You can see it's a double-blade R-44 helicopter, which is more affordable. A new one sells for about 5 million RMB. Right now, they still have a special going on. A charter experience for just 499 RMB. And a shared flight is as low as 168 RMB. Anyone can hop on. And don't you worry, it can definitely fly. I actually bought a ticket and I'm ready to hop on it. But the sky is full of dark clouds. It's about to rain. The owner said that for safety reasons, tours can't go on. They're actually heading back to park in the hangar. If you're thinking about riding on a helicopter, pick a nice and sunny day. Notice how the rotor blades aren't spinning that fast? If you pause this video, you can clearly see double blades. The R-44 helicopters rotates about 400 to 500 times per minute, which is about 6 to 8 times per second. And I'm shooting this video at 60 frames per second, so if you just pause this video, it does not look blurry at all. Now let's go take the subway to exit F1 of the Children's Palace Station. On your right is the Lotus Hill Park. Walk about 5 minutes towards the campsite near the south gate, and you will see a big yellow cabinet with what looks like eyes. Here, this is where you can experience ordering via drone. A few Russian friends here have already figured it out. Now, let's order a drink. The order is placed. It arrived about 28 minutes late. Look, it's a hexacopter drone. Some say drones might replace delivery drivers someday. I think that's still a long way off. Even though the whole process doesn't require manual delivery, you still need an operator for takeoff and landing. Plus, deliveries are only made to designated spots. The box below contains the drink I ordered with mechanical arms assistance on both sides. After landing on the platform, the drone quickly returns once the drop-off is complete. You don't actually make any contact with the drone during the entire process. Then you enter your phone number to retrieve your order. This is the dedicated delivery box. I took out the bag inside, folded the delivery box, and placed it in the recycling cabinet nearby. These boxes can be reused. That said, if you just want to buy water, it's actually easier to use a vending machine throughout the park. It only costs about a few RMB and you don't have to wait. There's also freshly brewed coffee and even ice cream to choose from. Of course, drone delivery has disadvantages too. If you're here at the campsite with a few friends, it's super convenient to order maybe a barbecue or a steak since delivery vehicles aren't allowed inside the park. Drone delivery is actually quite affordable. I'm now walking toward the park's west gate. There is something new here. It's a smart shower rail. Have you heard of that? So you can take a shower anytime you want. You can buy shower caps, slippers, and body wash outside. The locker opens automatically after you pay. Here you can store your bags. There are 2 shower heads inside and a hair dryer on the wall. Hot water comes out quite quickly. It's 5 RMB for 6 minutes. It's pretty good value. And there's seating area too. Super affordable, and even if the power goes out, 6 minutes is enough for a quick rinse. You can still get dressed even if the power goes out. There's also a smart fitness area next to the shower. Maybe we should have tried the fitness area before the shower. All the equipment is free to use, the devices are solar powered, and it's very nice and eco-friendly. There are even solar-powered seats in the Lotus Hill Park. It takes over 20 minutes to walk past the southeast gate. It's a bit far. I'll leave that for you guys to explore. Let's take the Line 5 to Qianhaiwan Station and let's go experience the self-driving bus. These new technologies in Shenzhen are still in the pilot stage and they're scattered all over the city. I spent a long time finding them, so please like this video and it will really help me, and consider subscribing so you can find more videos like this later. Come to the bus platform at Qianhaiwan Metro Station. Book a free ticket via the mini program in WeChat, and you can see the bus's location in real time. The vehicle is a lot smaller than I expected. I was the only one on the bus. Not many people are taking advantage of this free ride. It's autonomous, but there's still a safety driver supervising at the moment. When we stopped at a red light, I asked the driver. He said right now he's only handling parking and emergency situations. For example, if another car suddenly cuts in too fast, he needs to be ready, so he has to keep watch at all times. Yeah, that makes sense. Public transit safety standards are very high, and at this stage, the autonomous system isn't fully ready. Is there truly 100% driverless transportation? Yes, there is a robot taxi. You can experience it right here. I called one right away. It took about 10 minutes to arrive. Here it is. There's a bunch of radar sensors on the roof. Open the door and get in. The front row is not for passengers. It seats up to 3 people in the back. Close the door, fasten your seatbelt, tap the screen, and it starts moving. Now we're on the road. This is real driverless driving. Some people suspect it's remotely controlled, but I don't think so. The car moves really, really fast, and a network connection wouldn't be stable enough. Any disconnection or a slight delay would cause big problems. Remote control is impractical. This is real robot driving. Trust the technology. This car accelerates and steers much more assertively than the bus system. In terms of the safety aspects, it still needs more testing and data validation. As mentioned, it's operating in pilot areas in Shenzhen, mostly in parts of Bao'an and Nanshan district. But one controversy around autonomous driving is that it could affect the business of regular taxi and ride hauling, leading to unemployment. Is that really a valid concern? But actually, the original goal of autonomous driving is to improve safety. Humans get tired. Machines don't. In the future, when most cars are driverless, they could share the road conditions, eliminate bad habits like cutting in and illegal parking to improve the overall traffic efficiency. As for the impact on jobs, well, look at it from another angle. What if one day a ride-hauling driver buys a car with self-driving system and lets the car go out and earn money on its own? He could just check the surveillance from home and handle maintenance, and that would be easier than before. So, do you support driverless cars? We've arrived. We drove about 2 kilometers. The fare was 7.5 RMB. A regular ride-hauling trip would cost at least 10 RMB. So this was about 25% off. Would you use this to save money? I think it's pretty good. Next up, let's go find some robots. Take line 10 to Yabao Station. And you'll see it from exit C2. There's an escalator next to it. Across the street is the world's first robot success store. The first in the world. Alright, let's go take a look. Come inside. This is the treasure of the store. Their signature female priced as high as 950,000 RMB. Her face simulates human expressions, such as smiling, surprise, anger, as if she has emotions. The male robot next to her has similar functions, priced slightly lower at 880,000 RMB. Here is the Kwafu robot, priced at 560,000. This is the prototype of the robot police that have appeared on the streets. Here are some robots for cleaning glass at high altitudes, delivery robots, and here's the highlight, a robot dog and a Yusu robot. They're still charging at the moment. We'll take them out for a walk later. Most of the robot cop live demonstrations you have seen are based on this model. It sells for 99,000 RMB. It's getting closer to the consumer level pricing. Can you build your own robot right now? Like assembling a computer? Well, here are the parts. Manipulators, coils, and so on. But individual assembly isn't really possible yet. You need strong technical skills, and parts don't have standard interfaces yet. So self-assembly could lead to unpredictable costs. Why not just buy a finished product? Maybe in 3 to 5 years, robot shopping stores will become a reality. Now it's fully charged. Let's go outside and see it in action. Flexible joints, walking, and running very steadily. With customization, it can even do boxing. Many people are using it for live streaming. Apparently, it's quite popular. The controller can handle some basic actions, such as dynamic light waves, raising hands, applauding. With a robot dog, you'd be the coolest person on the streets. Robot dogs can help you carry things and jump around like a pet. There is a radar right here in its mouth. It keeps rotating. Apparently, it helps more precise obstacle avoidance. The cheapest version is 9,999 RMB. Now, that's pretty consumer level. What do you think? The development of AI and robotics will gradually replace some human jobs in the future. Some people worry that if bosses all use robots, it will lead to more people losing their jobs. I think as long as there are reasonable rules, it might actually be a good thing. Life is short. Absolute fairness is impossible. It's not practical to expect the rich to just give money to the poor. But if robots could become powerful enough in the future, even lower income earners could manage and maintain one or two. Let the robots work for them and free up more time to enjoy life. Would that be a bright future? Okay. Shenzhen has some smart charging pillars in Dalang. This row is the popular smart charging pillars. I tried it. It does charge, but the speed isn't great. What else in Shenzhen is worth recommending and checking out? I think Window of the World is worth seeing. Tickets are just over 200 RMB. It's not huge inside, but you can buy night tickets at half the price and enter after 5, even it's still daylight and not dark yet. You can also catch the nightlight concert. Shenzhen Bay Park is directly accessible by subway. It is beautiful. Hong Kong is right across the water. You can also bike along and enjoy the sea breeze. During bird migration season, you can actually see black-headed gulls. There's also Guangxia North Station on Metro Line 10, known as the most beautiful subway station. It is truly breathtaking. There's a free beach nearby called Dameisha. As long as it's not a long holiday or a weekend, it shouldn't be too crowded. Well, the word crowded might mean differently in your home country. Dameisha is also another free beach nearby and it's accessible by subway. It has even fewer people. If you want to swim, make sure you bring your own swimwear and swim in the designated areas only. Of course, you can buy food and swimwear right on the beach, but expect things to cost about 2 to 3 times more. Wutong Mountain is the highest mountain in Shenzhen. It's also metro accessible. Those with good stamina could try climbing it. There are wild boars on the mountain. Just don't feed them. It could take a few hours to climb to the top depending on your fitness level. Shenzhen is developing really fast. It's under construction all year round. I've talked with many foreigners from many countries. They know Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, even Chengdu, but very few people have heard of Shenzhen. I made this video to give you some ideas about the city. You're most certainly welcome to come to Shenzhen and experience the futuristic aspects. I'll leave a comment down below on what was your favorite part. If you have any questions about Shenzhen, also leave them down below. I'd be happy to help you out. I'll see you in my next video.